Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Poor Man's Podcast. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. See that, Chow.
Cornelius what? He's a fucking little scumbag.
Okay.
Just like you.
Okay.
I don't care. You can tell your father's going to go to jail too.
Okay.
Because I have video of him driving.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay.
Watch. You little That's what you are. A little bitch.
After the kid hit you that many times already and the mother said nothing. Oh, wow. Okay.
Where's Daddy in Oklahoma? Where is he? Your father Jake wants nothing to do with your stupid ass.
The kid picks the broom back up, and then he's still hitting him. The kid's still hitting him with the broom.
I'm stupid? Look at yourself. Nobody wants you. Your own mother sent you to a f***ing hospital. Don't you realize that? I didn't want any kid. And I told your nutty mother that 8 years ago. Because I saw how she acted with you. That's why, you dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
Shorty, are you okay?
Daddy Dan's going to jail because I have video of him driving. Yeah. Remember the f***ing alcoholic who drove with you drunk in a f***ing car? You dumb
Oh, yeah, this is bad. That's a bad situation. And the craziest part is you could tell he's right. You could tell he's right, and he's the most rational person in the room by how the kids are behaving. And, by the way, how the mom is responding to the kids behaving the way they are. They have no respect for authority. And to be honest, I feel the worst for the kids. I feel the worst for the kids because the dad can get out of the situation.
Yeah, those kids are going to end up with horrible lives.
Those aren't his biological kids. He can get out of the situation. The mom, she put herself in the situation. But the kids, with that much of a lack for authority, for boys, when they don't respect authority this way, they end up dead or in jail.
Correct.
And that's just the truth of the matter. And they for damn sure can never hold down a job. I've seen these types of people before. They can never hold down a job.
No, because they don't want to listen to anybody, and they think people that are trying to tell them to do stuff are like, don't know any better.
That's just from my personal experience.
No, my personal experience too, poor man. Like, most of the people that literally have lack of authority figures in their lives are all delinquents. Like, delinquents as in they can't control their emotions, they can't control anything.
And this is why I tell dudes, because this man is in this house with all of the responsibility but none of the authority. Do you know how hard it is to protect something without having any authority over what it can do? It's crazy. And that's why I tell dudes, don't be dating no woman with no kids. I wouldn't date no woman with no kids unless you already got kids. Now, if you already got kids, I understand. Y'all blending the families. Y'all gonna make something happen. I understand. But if you...
Hell no. Even my good friend Kevin, he had a daughter already. He was kind of into another woman that was a single mother herself, but he still took a step back and was like, I don't think this is the best option for me and my daughter, with her being a single mother too. It's like that.
You a man and you ain't got kids? Oh my goodness. If you're a man and you don't have kids and you with a woman that don't have kids or that do got kids and you ask her for kids and she don't want kids with you?
Cooked.
Brother, your suitcase is supposed to be in the trunk. You're smoked. That relationship is done. If you're in a relationship with a woman who already has kids and you've told her that you want kids and she says no, I don't care what it may be for it, you're smoked. The relationship is cooked, brother. You don't even need to try to talk her into it because she ain't gonna like you. Scratch that. She already don't like you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Brother, go ahead, cut it short. Go ahead and get up out of there. But yeah, what I'm saying, just to finish the point though, like when it comes to guys, you're gonna get attached to these kids. And this is what I'm talking about with dudes dating women that already have kids. You're gonna be attached to these kids. And you're gonna wanna be able to dictate what happens or at least have an effect on what happens in their life. But it's very hard to do that when the first step of protection as a man is prevention. And if you can't prevent anything because you don't have any authority, but you have all the responsibility, you just have to sit there hopeless as the kids spiral right in front of your eyes.
Yep.
Because a woman who lets some loser knock her up won't even let you discipline the kids. These kids need thorough discipline.
They do.
That's the issue that's going on here. okay, look, I'm gonna say this too, and I know a lot of people got their own opinions, and I understand that, but this is just what I'm talking about from my experience. The divine order and reflected in life, real life. Forget what the book, y'all be, oh, it's about the book. No, forget it. I'm talking about the divine order implemented in the real life and how it actually reflects. When it goes God, man, woman, kids, it just seems to work out the best that way from what I've seen. Because the kids, the mom is like the glue to the kids because of the order. It's dad, mom, kids. She's your connection to the kids. And anytime that link is broken, there always seems to be some type of dysfunction.
True.
And that's why
it makes sense the way Poor Man is describing the chart of, from top to bottom. It makes sense to me.
If you have kids, you always want to have a good relationship with the mom, even if y'all not together per se. Because when you have a good relationship with her, she's not going to slander your name or try to weaponize the kids against you or turn the kids on you out of resentment. And so your words don't matter to them anymore, so they don't accept your leadership and they just start to spiral and you have to sit there and watch it. Every time I see that type of stuff happen, it's because that divine order is broken somewhere. And usually is the man and the woman. The man and the woman sleep together, they have kids, they don't really want together. The woman try to weaponize the kids against the dude say no, so he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mom essentially coached the kids to hate him, and it's because she resents the dad.
Yep.
And it's hard to not reflect resentment when you have resentment for somebody. True. Especially when they have to be in your life. And you have to look at a little version of them every day. So yeah, that's just my own personal opinion. I think that divine order does have a lot of truth to it. And that's what this is lacking.
There's also lacking the discipline, right? That mom cannot dish out discipline, nor can this dad. And I don't think there's actually anything wrong with smacking your kids here and there. I really don't. I put that meme the other day about the grandma hitting the child and child listening. And then some person was like, oh, you're advocating for child abuse. Wait, what? Disciplining your kid and smacking their hand for doing something wrong is not abuse. If I was slapping him left and right, and hurting him, then sure. I don't think very many parents out there are disciplining their kids to the degree of abuse. There's certain levels of discipline.
Sad. And it's really sad because the dad doesn't have the authority in his house. And this is what anytime you're in a situation where you have all the responsibility but none of the authority, you damn near a slave. You damn near a slave because you have no power, especially as a man. This is sad. And it's all because the mom makes bad decisions. She makes poor decisions. And this is one of the problems with feminism and sometimes even femininity. They think that a man trying to protect is a man trying to be controlling because they're taught that everything a man does is for the sake of power. And so, like, if you tell your girl, I don't want you to go out wearing that, that's because as a protector, you understand the first step of protecting is prevention. Without Correct. You even being able to rationalize that and saying it, that's really ultimately the reason you do it. It's because you don't want anything to interfere with your relationship. And to protect your relationship off the rip, you're going to say, nah, that's just not a good decision. The first step is prevention. But when women don't have a good connection to the masculine, they think that that's just you trying to be controlling. And it's just a sad type of mindset to have, because this is the type of stuff that happens when you do have that.
Poor Man said something that kind of triggered me a little bit that I want to mention. That whole women seem to think that only thing we do is strive for power and control. Yeah, I think colleges, liberal colleges, really ingrained this into women. This is why a lot of women think that everything we do is very narcissistic and selfish. But really, everything we do is almost quite selfless in the things that we do when it comes to a lot of other people.
And because some loser got her knocked up, he's somewhere else not taking care of his kids, it's his responsibility to step in and take care of the kids. And he has no power and has to watch them spiral because the mother is a bad decision maker. And it's sad. And this kid looks a little bit older. It's best to even start talking to the kids when they're at an age where you can still get down on one knee and look at them face to face.
Yeah.
When they still look up to you a little bit. Because once some kids stop looking up to you because they just got a little older and they a little bit more set in their way, man, it's real hard to reverse them behaviors. Real hard to reverse them behaviors. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Do you think this man gotta go? I personally think he has to go.
He has to go.
For the sake of his own mental health and probably the health of the family, because this is the type of behavior that make a man want to give up. This is the type of behavior that make a man not want to go to work on Monday. He can't do another Monday. And everybody on the news. So for the sake of him and for the sake of the family, it's probably the best that he just go ahead and step out. I don't think the mom is ready to have another man in the house. If she isn't going to let him have any authority, but then try to expect him to take on all of the responsibility, which makes absolutely no sense to me. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Till next time.
No, I'm with you, poor man. As the Godfather always said, the power that men have is the ability to walk away. You don't have to deal with this. You don't have to take care of these kids. Do you want to? Sure. I'm sure there's that masculine need to want to tame these kids down so they don't become horrible members of society. But sometimes it's also not your burden. But I also don't hate on men that try to take this burden on, tell you the truth, because if that man suffered a little bit but also created 2 good kids out of it, I think it was a net positive. I feel bad for the man, but I think that man himself feels like it was a net positive. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And